Hello! Today I'll be talking about Stantler, the first deer Pokemon. It's also the first base Pokemon to get a Hisuian evolution that didn't have a pre-existing alternate evolution, and the only one in Gen 2. Its previous BYC dates are October 17th, 1996, August 8th, 1999, May 29th, 2002, March 19th, 2005, January 8th, 2008, October 29th, 2010, August 19th, 2013, June 9th, 2016, March 31st, 2019, and January 19th, 2022. Being that Stantler is based on a reindeer, I associate it with Delibird, as both are associated with Santa Claus. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we're talking about Stantler, the bighorn Pokemon whose number is 0234. This is what it looks like. Its type is normal, abilities, immediate, or frisk in Gen 4+. Sap Sipper is its hidden ability. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 45 or 11.9%, breeding is a group field, hatch time 20 cycles, height is 4'7" or 1.4 meters, weight is 157 pounds or 71.2 kilograms, basic experience yields 165 in Gen 2 through 4, and 163 in 5+, leveling rate is slow, EV yield is 1, and attack, shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is brown, and base friendship is 70. Stantler is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, it evolves into Weirdeer after using Psy, Shield, Bash in the Agile style at least 20 times. Biology: Stantler is a quadrupedal cervid Pokemon. It has a tan pelt with a cream-colored belly and a few spots on its back. Its tail is large, short, and round, and each of its legs ends in a black hoof. It has a large brown nose and a pair of pale cream-colored antlers, each with a black orb in the center. The shape of the antlers and the black orbs cause them to resemble eyes. Stantler can distort reality and create illusions with its antlers by subtly changing the flow of air around them. Staring into them creates an odd sensation as if one is being sucked through them, and one may become so dizzy that it is impossible to stand. The orbs on the antlers have a pleasant scent, which can induce a bewildering effect on people. The orbs can also be ground into a powder that aids in sleeping. Stantler's strange antlers were valuable as works of art, and as such, the species was nearly hunted to extinction. Stantler live in herds in temperate mountainous forests. These herds are sometimes led by Weirdeer. As shown in the Pokemon the Series episode, The Little Bighorn, a baby Stantler that is separated from its herd and frightened will instinctively produce an illusion of a big stampeding herd to scare away perceived threats. In the past, Stantler lived in tougher environments with more enemies, which strengthened its psychic powers and allowed it to evolve into Weirdeer. Stantler and its evolved form, Weirdeer, are the only Pokemon capable of learning the move Psy-Shield Bash. Evolution in Hisui, Stantler evolved to Weirdeer. So, Stantler, Weirdeer. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 2 and Gold, the curved antlers suddenly change the flow of air to create a strange space where reality is distorted. Silver, those who stare at its antlers will gradually lose control of their senses and be unable to stand. Crystal, the round balls found on the fallen antlers can be ground into a powder that aids in sleeping. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, Crystal inserted, you get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, Stantler's magnificent antlers were traded at high prices as works of art. As a result, this Pokemon was hunted close to extinction by those who were after the priceless antlers. Emerald, Stantler's magnificent antlers were once traded at high prices as works of art. As a result, this Pokemon was hunted close to extinction. Fire Red is the Silver entry, and Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, staring at its antlers creates an odd sensation as if one were being drawn into their centers. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinums. In Gen 6, so is X's. Y is the Gold entries and Leaf Green's entry. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Stantler and Pokemon are now the correct casing. In Gen 8, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are the Diamond and Pearl counterpart. Legends Arceus, its strangely shaped antlers have the power to bewitch those who see them. Medicine made by grinding up the black orbs from fallen antlers is an effective treatment for insomnia. In Gen 9, Scarlet, this Pokemon apparently used to live in much harsher environments, and thus it once had stronger psychic powers than it does now. Violet, it's said that this Pokemon used to be stronger long ago when it had many enemies, and it was even able to evolve under its own power. Stantler in the Paldea Pokedex, Stantler in the Kitakami Pokedex, so this one's, I guess, in a herd of Stantler, and this one's all on its own. Interesting, the different lighting makes it look different, the coats, that's interesting. I like the fur texture. Game locations. Side game locations. In events. Held items. Legends Arceus, normal. Pep Up Plant 35% of the time. Vivichoke, 15% of the time. Grid items by level. Alpha, EXP Candy S, 100% of the time. Seed of Mastery, 10% of the time. And grid items by level. Still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats, HP 73, attack 95, defense 62, special attack 85, special defense 65, speed 85, for a total of 465. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. Weak to fighting for double, immune to ghost, and resistant to nothing. Notes, if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Ghost-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. If this Pokemon has Sap Zipper, the effectiveness of Grass-type moves is 0, so that would be 0 instead of 1. Learn set by leveling up. 1 Tackle, 3 Leer, 7 Astonish, 10 Hypnosis, 13 Stomp, 16 Sand Attack, 21 Takedown, 23 Confused Ray, 27 Calm Mind, 32 Roleplay, 37 Zen Headbutt, 49 Imprison, and 55 Double Edge. By TM, 001 Takedown, 4 Agility, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 16 Psybeam, 17 Confused Ray, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 23 Charge Beam, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 32 Swift, 41 Stored Power, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 54 Psyshock, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 74 Reflect, 75 Light Screen, 82 Thunder Wave, 85 Rest, 92 Imprison, 98 Skill Swap, 103 Substitute, 109 Trick, 114 Shadow Ball, 119 Energy Ball, 120 Psychic, 126 Thunderbolt, 129 Calm Mind, 130 Helping Hand, 133 Earth Power, 147 Wild Charge, 149 Earthquake, 152 Giga Impact, 161 Trick Room, 163 Hyper Beam, 166 Thunder, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terra Blast, 172 Roar, 177 Spite, 178 Gravity, 185 Lunge, 191 Uproar, 203 Psych Up, 204 Double Edge, 217 Future Sight, 221 Throat Chop, and 224 Curse. By breeding, this group gives you Bite, this group gives you Disable, this group gives you Double Kick, this group gives you Extra Sensory, this group gives you Mega Horn, Weirdeer gives you Psy Shield Bash. This group gives you Spite. There's a note here. Hisuian Zoroa learns Spite via level up prior to version 2.0.1. It can still learn Spite via TM 177, so that's this one. And this group gives you Thrash. Side game data. Got all this. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs, the browser entry. It lets loose shockwaves to attack. You got all this. Okay. Costumes in Pokemon Go. Holiday outfit. That's cute. It's just jingle bells. Or maybe like a rain for like Santa Claus and, you know, their reindeer. It's cute. Evolution data, Stantler. Use Psy Shield Bash in Agile style 20 times in Hisui. And then Weirdeer. Sprites in Gen 2. This is another one where it's different between the Japanese version and the international version. And the difference is that it's missing the spots. It doesn't have the spots yet. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, pretty interesting. So, you know, it's that brown and blue for those, instead of black, I guess. And it's green and red, that's kind of fun, since it's supposed to be a reindeer, and those are Christmas colors. I'm sure that's the point. Okay, this, then you've got black now, and this. Kind of looks weird in this one. These are now yellow. This is actually yellow, not cream colored. Still green and red, kind of for the highlights and stuff, you know. Yep. This looks a little better in Gen 4, not much though. It's because of more vibrant. Then we get this kind of brown. Like this whole sprite looks a lot better in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Yeah, everything's smaller and more proportional. Yep, it's pretty much the same colors and stuff. Gen 5, get the full back sprite. Gen 6, pretty good models. They made it look a little less ridiculous looking, and like the jowls. You can see that kind of looks weird. It looks a little bit more normal, I'd say. Yeah, these don't change much. Got these in this game, much better models. These are much more like purple than, you know, it's a kind of burgundy color, and that's kind of more, you know, like a purple color. Homes, yeah, kind of. And I guess those become kind of purple too, don't they, huh? They go from kind of black to purple in the models. Interesting. Yeah. In animation, Stantler and Pokemon Journeys the series with a Misdreavus. All these, yep. Pokedex entries in episode 125 in Ash's Pokedex. Stantler, the bighorn Pokemon. The eye-like shapes at the base of its horns produce a pleasant odor that has a bewildering effect on anyone who smells it. It can also create startling, realistic illusions by shaking its horns. Stantler form herds and live in mountainous terrain. In Diamond or Pearl, episode 6, in the same Pokedex. Stantler, the bighorn Pokemon. Its large curved horns subtly bend the flow of air around them, which creates a mysterious warp in reality. In Journeys, episode 9, in Ghost Rotom-Phone. Stantler, the bighorn Pokemon, a normal type. If you look too deeply into the rings on Stantler's horns, you will feel quite strange. Pokemon Generations, Stantler and Pokemon Generations, in the manga. Stantler and Pokemon Adventures with Professor Oak, I guess. I got this, and the TCG. Trivia, Stantler is found on Johto, Route 36, which leads to Violet City, the game counterpart of Nara, Japan, a city where many tame deer roam freely. Nob Agasawara, the translator of the Pokemon games to English, has suggested Scaraboo for Stantler's English name, although it was not accepted by Nintendo of America. I read this third point in the Ursa Ring video, I think? Or maybe the Scyther video? I don't know. But not this sub-point, so I'll read it. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, Stantler can only learn Psy Shield Bash as an egg move by having it passed down from a Weirdeer. Origin, Stantler seems to be based on a number of deer species, such as the Sika deer, reindeer, elk, or moose. It may also have elements of the Japanese Sero, also known as Kamoshika or Kamoshishi. It may also be based on the Shishi Odoshi, or deer scare, a Japanese device traditionally used to scare deer and other animals away from gardens. Name origin, Stantler may be a combination of startle, stare, or stag, a male deer, and antler. Odoshishi may be derived from Shishi Odoshi. Another languages, references, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Stantler's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 125, The Little Bighorn. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and his traveling companions, Brock and Misty, as well as the faithful Pokemon Pikachu and Misty's Togepi, are walking through this street near this park when they hear a rustling coming from the bushes. And there's the Stantler.
Don't move! It'll see us. With eyes that big, it'll see us anyway. Big eyes.
Take another look, guys. Those aren't eyes.
What? If those aren't eyes, then I must be seeing things.
Stantler. Yep. And that is Stantler's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Stantler. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on this single image, and that's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. This is the Stantler family by Zero-chan, 923,600. So, at the time that this was made, I guess it was just Stantler. And they, I guess, lost their horns. That's sad. But it's been replaced by a flower crown, so that's interesting. Yeah, that's it. Let's move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I'll be streaming today at 10 a.m. CDT, Central Daylight Time. We'll be trying to catch up Pineco, Snubbull, Yanma, Sudowoodo, Sunker, and Stantler. Win the National Parks bug catching contest for the first time. I'll have to win it twice. Get Eevee in 2 different games. And evolve Teddy Ursa into Ursa Ring, Fampy into Donphan, Pineco into Fortress, Sunkern into Sunflora, and Eevee into Espeon. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Smeargle. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow.